So relationships versus single. Do I prefer being in a relationship or do I prefer being single? Guys, listen up. Women might find this interesting as well. Let's get into it. I do not. You couldn't get a girlfriend if your life depended on it. You're a rapist. You're a con man. You're a fraud. You're nothing, mate. You're nothing. Durianrider, you're nothing. And just so you see that one there, that is oil. All right, oil. Fatty food, boom. High hormones, boom. Pimples coming. Even if I'm 45, still getting a mad pimple over here as well the other day. Had some fatty food in Malaysia. Anyway, let's get to the thing. Relationships versus being single, pros and cons to both. I recommend both to both people. All right. Both people, does that make sense? I recommend people get experience, especially guys. Like guys, women won't tell you this. All right. Women won't tell you a lot of things. Women just assume you know, all right? They just want you to know what they won't tell you because they're too embarrassed or whatever. Okay, it's okay. This is what it is, okay? It's no good and bads. It just is what it is, okay? Guys, women prefer massively, essentially, that you have experience, all right? Experience in the bedroom, experience in the dining room, experience going for a walk, experience living with someone, experience dating someone, all the things, okay? All of them. Women have 6 needs, okay? I created this, thought of this one a lot over the years. 6 female needs. And guys, they want you to be good, proficient in all of them. And the more experienced the woman, the more higher her SMV, the higher she expects those 6 needs to be met because she's like, well, if you won't meet them, someone else can probably meet them better for me. So the 6 female needs basically are 1, she wants a good friend, all right? 2, a boyfriend. 3, a fuckboy. 4, a mentor. 5, a provider. 6, an alpha. The friend, someone she can laugh with, be herself with, be goofy with. The boyfriend, romance, dates, bring them home to the parents, go out and dates, picnics, go to the movies, kissing, romance, making love. The fuckboy, all right? Assuming she's not on the pill, assuming she's ovulating, she's getting mad frisky, all right? She's going to do things on ovulation week and ovulation day she doesn't normally do. She'll crave things she doesn't normally crave. And so you got to be a good fuckboy for when a girl's ovulating, all right? You might be thinking, wow, isn't she a sweet, innocent-looking darling? And she's looking at you like, how hard can you fuck me, all right? How hard can you fuck me? Probably not that hard. See ya. To the fuckboy, all right? You got to be a good fuckboy. You got to have all this game down pat. And it takes time, and it's never ending, all right? You never like 10 out of 10 level. You can always go beyond, always get better skills, especially for the woman, Every woman has different needs, yet the same needs, So it's, you get the hang of that as time goes on. Experience goes on. And then you also have, so we've got the friend, boyfriend, the fuckboy, the mentor, someone, let's say she wants to be a good ballerina. What do you know about ballet? Let's say she wants to be a YouTuber. What do you know about that? What do you know about handling girls who got a lot of attention, right? A mentor, okay? She wants someone to help support her dreams, goals, and aspirations. You might just be a sperm donor at an ATM, Not for me, no thanks. But, so again, what are you good at? What are you good at, okay? What are you good at? Are you dancing? What are you good at? That's the mental one. The provider, all right? Women want certainty. They want to have someone who has more money, status than them, ideally, okay? That's just the feminine. I don't make the rules. That's just how it is. Money talks. Show me the money, honey. No money, no honey. The more money you have, the more options you have as a man. Sounds like prostitution, but hey, it's just how it is. And it's not just about the money. It's, it's like, it's who you become earning that money. Now, let's say you're a rich kid and you've got a nice house with your parents, then she'll be like, yeah, this is cool, But if you've built that house, or if you bought that house with the money you've earned, that's going to be way more respectful than just a free rent in your mummy's house or whatever. Your daddy bought you a house, etc. So just saying. But it's still better to have daddy's house than no house and be doing a rental or something like that. Just, you've got your place and she can come stay with you, etc. Which some guys recommend don't doing that. And I recommend don't live with the girl unless you're really into her. And then just get her moving the first night. And that's a good test to see how compatible you really are. You notice with me, my girlfriends over the years, I'm like, boom, move in first night, second night, boom, you're in. If they're keen, they will. If they're not, they won't. Simple as that. If a girl's keen on you, she will literally move in on the first or second night. Literally, okay? Literally, she will. If she's that keen on you, she won't, I'm assuming she knows you better than just like a few hours conversation, okay? But if she knows you, sort of well, she'll move in very, very quickly. First day, second day. And I think it's a great one because then it's chest compatibility, all right? You can't live with everyone. I love my mum, but I couldn't live with her anymore, all right? We're just different people, and that's okay. You can't live with every girl. You can't live with every guy. So the provider, the mentor, we've covered those two. Provider could be accommodation, could be food, okay? Things like that. And again, there's spectrum. Some girls need a strong provider, and some girls have got money. And like, look, I've got money. You come live with me. You're dead broke. You come live with me, and I'll look after you. I'll be your mummy. But they don't really like doing that because that changes the whole masculine feminine role. But it does happen out there. There's a lot of lonely women, over 35 who've got money from careers or divorcing rapes or whatever, just assets or estates, or they've just their careers. They've worked very hard and they've saved a lot of money. And they're very lonely, and they're looking for any guy who meets the needs. And the guy's got zero assets, but she'll still go, okay, you can still come live with me because I'd rather have you than be lonely. So there's a role for that as well there, guys. Guys, I got no hope, I'm dead broke. Mate, there's so many women out there over 35, who are looking for a guy just like you, who's dead broke, but he's a nice guy, and he can meet the other needs. You got a place to stay free, my friend, definitely. Is there any shame in that? No. But there's no shame in that. But it can feel like, as a man, that you'd be like, I'm just parasiting off her or her hard work or her ex-boyfriend's or husband's hard work or whatever, and that can make you feel a bit demasculating for some guys. So yeah, personally, I would feel a bit like beta, that I'm like living in this nice place that she bought through her work or her ex's work or whatever. That's just me, though. I'm old fashioned. But again, there's no shame in that, all right? There's no shame in that, okay? It's better to give a woman company than have her lonely, in my opinion. So yeah, that's the provider, the mentor. And the last one is the alpha, okay? The alpha, okay? You can be all those things, the friend, the boyfriend, the mentor, the provider, the fuckboy. But are you insecure? Do you get jealous? Are you like an emotional nut job? You're high 1 minute, bipolar. Hey guys, I'm motivated. Oh, that sucks. It's really hard. And then the next alphas don't freaking cry like that. They're like, oh my god, why is the world doing this to me? It's so tough. Girls just like, oh my god, baby time. Girls want you to be emotionally stoic, emotionally available, right? In touch with your emotions, but also not letting your emotions control you. All right, that's the feminine's job. A woman is controlled by her thoughts and emotions, and our job is to contain that, to give her a place of security, emotional security, physical security, spiritual, sexual security, where she can express and be opened. All right, like water, like if we've got water here. It's actually cane syrup, but it's liquid. It's water. Well, this is a woman. The woman's that sweet essence in there. Let me have a taste this. That's definitely a woman. That's sweet cane syrup. It's quite thick. So the feminine is that flowing liquid container. And I hope this is actually recording. Let's just test this, because this hasn't been recording. I will do it again, otherwise it's all good. Okay, it is recording. Thank God. And you got to be that container, all right, where she can be in and be herself and be fluid and flowing and flighty and flaky and feminine, okay? But you're that solid container where she can go in there and express and just be safe and not feel like she's going to evaporate into the stratosphere. Right? A woman is like liquid, it's feminine, it's flowing. And if it's not contained, it just feels like it's going to evaporate, okay, on a hot day. But what if you made a glass, okay? You're still alpha because you can contain something. But if we drop this on a hard surface, aka hard life, shatters. You no longer are alpha, and now her feminine essence is back on the street. Alright, bad analogy, but back on the street, and comes in the streets, belongs in the streets because you couldn't handle it. You weren't alpha enough to contain it, and then you shattered when life dumped you on the street, and now you can't contain the femininity. So what I recommend do is be made of like thermoplastic, a real hard plastic where you can just drop it and drop it and drop it. It doesn't crack, okay? Doesn't crack. Glass is better than nothing, but be thermoplastic. Be that strong shit that just an unbreakable glass. That is what she wants as alpha. So it's regardless if you're single or in a relationship, every woman is seeking something from you, one of those 6 needs. Okay, maybe you're just an orbiting beta. All right, maybe you're a virgin boy. You've never done things to women that what they want that you can't mention on YouTube because it's not cool. You've never done those things with a woman. You've never had a woman ask you for those things. Okay, and so you're orbiting beta vibes, and the woman feels that. She goes, well, he's going to make a good friend. When I'm lonely, when my alpha or sigma's away doing his mission, I can talk to this person on social media, or maybe I can meet up with them and go for a walk, and I can have my little orbiting beta friend, and you just totally friend zone. She might flirt with you and try to lead you on, so you don't like, oh yes, she can't give me nothing. I'm gonna get. She'll just, the prettier the girl, the better she is at the orbiting beta, like puppeteering, all right? And it's okay to be an orbiting beta. Everyone has to be an orbiting beta, or every man has to be an orbiting beta. Do your orbiting beta apprenticeship, so you can be comfortable around these attractive women who play the orbiting betas like little, hey, I could be there, I'll do that for you. Yeah, every guy's got to do that. Apprenticeship, okay? The bad thing is when you stay orbiting beta and you've already done your apprenticeship, like you're a 10 out of 10 skilled orbiting beta, but you're still turning up for orbiting beta school, okay? No, let someone else have that job. Your job is to go to level 2 where you can actually land the women you want to land, okay? By meeting her other 6 needs, primarily being alpha and being made of thermoplastic. But that takes a lot of effort, a lot of personal inner work there going on there, and the more you consider yourself alpha, sigma, the more she'll be attracted to you, and the more she will test you. Are you made of glass? Let's find out. Let's do this. Oh, you shattered. Bye, Chad. I'm coming to your house tonight. You know what I mean? Because you are glad of glass and you advertise yourself as thermoplastic, okay? So we've all been there, done that. So the more alpha you are, the more she'll want to test it. Just like in a Ferrari, man. If you've driven a Ferrari or Lamborghini like I have, you just want to go fast because it's a Ferrari, it's a Lamborghini. I mean, it's dumb to go that fast on a public road, etc. But it's just you just motivated to do that. So the more masculine you are, the more alpha you are, the more sigma you are, she's going to want to just test it down there. Put the foot on the accelerator and just, how strong is this guy? Let me test it out. Oh, that feels good. He didn't flinch. Wow, let me push it harder. Let me push it full gas. Let me kick the fucking accelerator. Let's see what this man's made of. All right? And that's just going to turn on more and more and more. Okay, so that's what a lot of guys don't. They can't handle that. Like, look at me, I'm looking good. I'm on steroids. I've got everything done. I've got blah, 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 blah. And then the woman's like, wow, he's good looking. Let me stamp it. Oh my God, he's a freaking Daihatsu. Daihatsu with a Ferrari shell on it. It is That's what turns women into other things we can't mention on YouTube. Social media. So that's the deal, right? So the more attractive the woman, the more she's going to shit test you. The more she's attracted to you, the more she'll shit test you. You guys are like, what? The more you like me, the more you're going to test me. That's dumb. It's not dumb. That's what all women do. Right? Even your mum will do that. What sort of son did I raise? That's what all women do that. They want to feel that masculinity. Okay? It's true. Just look around your life. That's one of the biggest mistakes I ever made was taking the shit tests from women personally. All right? I took them personally. I felt disrespected. Didn't understand what was going on, okay? Women want to be put in their place in the right way. And that's different for every woman. You've got to find out how she wants to be put in her place. Some women respond to niceness, some women don't. It's like, you've got to find out what she likes, okay? Ask her about what she likes. Communicate with your woman, all right? Communicate with her. Women love to talk, man. All you have to do, guys, ask them questions, listen, with no judgment, All right, she'll shit test you as well. She'll feed you bits of truth, half truths, and you'll be like, oh, you did what with who? The soccer team? What? You know, you fucked durianrider. Documentary 5-part. Durianrider's a rapist. So she'll feed you little bits of information to see what sort of man you are. Okay, so if you're judgmental, the feminine closes up, because nothing women hate more. Actually, there's a few things women hate more, but they really don't like being slut-shamed, or women are sexual beings. So if she opens up to you and you're like, you know, she'll feel that. She'll close back up and go, I can't trust this guy. I can't come with this guy very deep because he's like, he's going to judge me. Okay? How can, you know, like, it's just like, if you, that's the thing guys really fuck up, man. All of us do that. I did it back in the day when I was orbiting beta. And it's that judgment, okay? The judgment, negative judgment. Everyone judges, right? You're going to judge. You're going to be like, okay. But you're going to have the face of like, yeah, cool, tell me more. You might be raging inferno inside, but you just have this poker face like, wow, really? You like that? It's a good inside your heart's just shattering. Your ego's exploded. It's gone nuclear. But it's like, yeah, cool, wow, really? So how does that make you feel? You really like that? You know, you want to be a good listener with a poker face, so she can just open up. And when a woman can open up to you, she feels closer to you. She feels like she can trust you, understand you, and from that breeds intimacy, breeds blah 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 blah, breeds everything, breeds you're gonna clean the sheets, have to clean the sheets more often, a lot more often. Okay, so that's how it grows. So single versus, you know, being in a relationship. I prefer being in a relationship because you have that person around 24/7. That's just what I like, and you get to grow and learn and move through life a lot faster and deeper. The single life is very good as well, though, because then you only really get the best from the girl, best behavior, I should say. She turns up and it's always, you know, generally pretty positive. You get her best behavior, and then once you feel she's got your bit, she can open up and show you some moods and some anger and some like rejection and resistance and blah 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 blah. And she can test you, okay? And then she'll be open up even more, and it's just like the shit test will start to come in more and more and more, okay? That's why guys are like, hey, look, I've done nothing for her, and she's given me 4K double hand full gobbies, and I've just met her like 2 hours ago. We chatted on internet. How does that work? Because you're making her feel good, all right? You're making her feel really good, so she want to give to you and try and crouch onto you, but eventually her true side's going to come out. That's her, you know, first date vibes coming out, or the honeymoon vibes there. But eventually she'll show her true self, depression and PMS and I hate you and all this shit and fuck off and slamming doors and, you know, maybe scratching you or hitting you or whatever or blah 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 blah. If she's really close to you, she will do those things. If she's not, she'll. And guys are like, I don't want any of that stuff. I just want to be a fuckboy and keep the rotation going. And I understand that. You know, that's. You know, a lot of times that's probably the more logical thing to do, you know. But, I mean, I've done that as well. It's not for me. It's a good thing every guy should do that to get experience, so they can bring it to the relationship down the track. But it's not as fulfilling, you know. And guys are like, what? You can bang a different chick every night of the week? Well, that's my dream wife, Harley. Well, I've been there, done that, okay. And I think it's a great thing to do to get the experience up, to know what type of women you like. You know, and there's women out there you have a great sexual chemistry with, but you know you couldn't be in a relationship with just because there's differences going on, and maybe it's their family or their location or their just, you know, their exes or kids or whatever, you know, or their habits or just whatever. That's okay, all right? It's just like there's people you can go ride a bike with, but that's all you really want to do with, because they don't have that much in common, or just lives don't match up. So it's just about becoming a person of persons. All right, being around just about anyone and be able to create some sort of connection and rapport of some sort of common interest. So that's what single life can teach you, you know. But the relationship life, I think, is the best growth. But they're both important. You've got to learn how to be single. You've got to learn how to be the person that needs no one, and then you become the person that everyone needs. So you've got to do, you know, you want to master both. All right, you want to master both because they very much complement each other. Let me just test if this is recording. Okay, still recording. You know, they very much complement each other. But I prefer being in relationships because you can really, you know, groom the person up who wants to be groomed. All right. Oh, you a groomer? Yeah, definitely. Every woman I've ever been with, I've always saw their potential and groomed them up to help them realize their potential. And general relationship for me will stop when I feel like I can't positively coerce that person anymore. Now it's becoming negative coercion, and I want out because I care about people too much to want to push them up a road they no longer want to go up. Okay, it's just like you're climbing Mount Everest, right? And you got the Sherpa. I'm the Sherpa, and you're the person who's like, I want to go to the top. I'm like, all right, let's go. And you have a bad day, like I don't even feel like hiking next day. I'm like, come on, man, let's do it. You want to go to Mount Everest, man? I'm going to take you to the peak of Mount Everest. Let's go. And you're like, okay, yeah, Holly, do it right, give me a pep talk. Let's go. But then eventually you start slipping up. You're like, what's the point of this? I don't want to go to the top, and it's a sunny day. It's no danger. I don't want to go there anymore. And I'm like, come on, and I push it in the back. Come on, let's go. I'll carry your backpack for you. Let's go. Come on. You know, and you're like, okay, and you keep going. But then one day you just go, look, I've had enough, man. I don't want to go to the top of Mount Everest anymore. I'm done. I just don't want to do this thing anymore, you know? And I look at the person sitting on the snow, and I'm like, man, you know, like, you really don't want to go any further. Boom, that's your choice. I'm cool with that. All right, let's go back down the mountain. Go back to base camp. I'll get someone else who wants to go up the top. All right? And it's okay if people don't want to go to the top of their self-potential for whatever reason. Or maybe they do it in a couple of years' time. They would call you, hey Sherpa, Harley, hey, help me back up there. I'm ready. Let's go. Okay? And sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't happen. So it's about understanding when you're in a relationship with someone, as a guy, look what the woman's goals are. All right? Will she align with your life? If you're like, well, I don't care, she's just hot and pretty and gives me 4K herdy, that's not going to last, man, because a woman's physique changes. You know, it can change, often does change, with kids, with stresses, with age, with life, with too much caffeine and certain medications and stuff like that. So the girl who was you were once infatuated with, aka lust, now her physique changes. Oh damn! Oh, I thought I was interested in. Okay, see you later. Bye. Okay, so you want to pick the right personality. Of course, physical attraction is very, very important, both men and women. But you want to have, man, it's common, mate. I'll go outside every day. There's a zillion pretty girls out there online. It's just they're everywhere. But you want to find the person, I know the personality that's going to match with me, okay? Like Natasha, I know the personality, boom. And she's of the age where, and the spirit where she wants to be a better version of herself, all right? She doesn't have this ego, like this wall up, I don't want to improve, no, don't tell me what to do, but she's just so open to me grooming her up into, you know, becoming an even better woman than she already is. She loves it. And so I feel I get that sense of contribution versus like, I'm pushing, and there is resistance all the time, you know? And I feel like I'm just pushing this person up the peak of the mountain and they're just gonna fall down the other side, you know, and that's not what it's about. So, and as a man, you know, women want to be guided by you, all right? So you'll be living I'm on my life purpose, and Natasha comes along for the ride. The woman never wants to be the life purpose, okay? If she is life purpose, you put up on this pedestal of like, yes, you're everything, baby. She ain't gonna feel. She don't like that pressure, man. All right, woman does never ever want to be number one priority in your life ever. Okay, she doesn't like that pressure. Okay, ever. Women don't like that responsibility. All right, she wants to be. You know, women don't want to be held accountable. All right, women hate being held accountable. Okay, that's why a big part of my struggles in my life for many years was like, I'm like, can't you own your shit? Be accountable for your choices. No, Harley. People, guys, women hate being held accountable. It's like they like it's like they hate that along with when they have to make the rules for the guy. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, what are we doing, mummy, girlfriend, wifey? What are we doing? You set the rules. They hate that as well, and that's okay. Women want to follow the man on his passion and purpose. So she wants to be the main chick for sure, but she doesn't want to be the main thing of your life. Does that make sense? So let's say you're a race car driver. She wants you just become a race car driver and stay that, be that champion race car driver. She doesn't want you to quit race car driving and be this like sobbing beater for her. She might allow that for like a couple of weeks, and then she'll be like, okay, yeah, next guy, where's the champion? I want to fuck him, you know? Women hang, as they say, women hang at the finish line to fuck and suck the winners. They don't care about the challenges you had along the way, all right? They don't want you to just stop everything and go with them. They want you to grab them and boom, take them along for the ride, okay? And meet her 6 female needs. So pros and cons to both single and being in a relationship. But for me, it feels best being in a relationship, hand selecting the woman. Obviously, she selects you because she's a woman, but then you go, okay, you've chosen me, but I also choose you. Boom, let's do this, okay? That's my tip to guys out there. You know, rack up the experience, man, but get a vasectomy. Get a vasectomy, okay? Get a vasectomy, man. Can you imagine if I had kids? Man, I wouldn't have the life quality I have now. You know, people, you'd be a great dad. I'm being a dad on here on social media, all right? You think I had the time to do all this and energy? I'd be neglecting a kid who probably didn't want it, you know? When they're 18, like, Dad, Harley, you suck. You suck. You know, great. That's a good feeling, isn't it? At least when someone says, Harley, you suck, you know, someone I've helped up online, I'm like, okay, you little brat, whatever's. Imagine if you kick for 18 years into it, whatever. It's like, damn, that'd be tough to deal with. So, you know, and there's enough kids on the planet anyway. Anyway, that's the deal. It's man, you know, and again, I get to be like a dad for Natasha. Right? I get to be a mentor for her and a role model, and she's up the door right now because my neck's a bit sore. She's on the bike up the door, and it's just great. You know, she loves that. Right? That's why women prefer dating older men. Guys, I'm in my 40s. You know, I've got not like. No. Like most 20-something girls, 18 to 25, prefer much older guys because of the experience level, all right? But now if you're 40-something guy with no experience, then you're fucking fucked. But you can still make up for that, okay? You can rack up some experience. Anyway, that's the deal. Single versus in a relationship. Hopefully that gives some insight. If you want more information, join the coaching group, durianrider.com. We'll see you in there.